Continuing coverage of a rural Tennessee high school class, it's really making a name for itself in the world of true crime. The students used their own research to write a book about serial killers. Fox 17 News' Dennis Ferrier has their story in tonight's Ferrier Files.
Mr. Campbell's serial killer class doesn't just engage students in a unique way. The class advances cold cases, even solves murders. That is an extraordinary claim in an extraordinary classroom.
So what I'm going to do is create like a little lesson plan.
We first met Alex Campbell's serial killer students 8 years ago. Elizabethton High School in the shadow of the Appalachians in Far East Tennessee. The class studied unsolved murders. They eventually identified a serial killer they called the Red-Headed Strangler. They even discovered and interviewed the only victim who ever survived, sealing the case against now dead convicted killer Jerry Johns, connecting him to 6 murders.
Look at it for
a high school sociology class solving cold cases.
If they come in excited every day, they're going to do better. So a project that can let students get excited about their learning, they are going to do better. Number 2, you don't just have like surface learning. The kids go really deep and they don't just memorize a name or something, they understand why it's happening. So I think you also get like deeper learning skills going on.
8 years after this discovery, the class is still going strong. New kids every year and new results.
Our research was conducted using thousands of documents spanning the last 60 years. We began with only a blank page and a victim's name.
Here's what they have so far. 9 serial killers, 82 confirmed murder victims, a possible additional 106 victims, and 15 survivors, all on the highways of Tennessee in the 1980s. How in the world did this go unsolved?
The trucking industry at the time was unregulated. Long-haul truck drivers were able to move freely across state lines with minimal documentation or oversight. This mobility made it more difficult for law enforcement to identify patterns or track suspects operating across jurisdictions.
It's all in a new book published by the class titled Driven by Rage, Fueled by Diesel, The Forgotten Victims of the Tennessee Highway Hunters.
A lot of people didn't even know anything about these cases.
It's what the kids would call legit. The Ashland, Kentucky Police Department reopened a cold case based on the class's information.
But I do want to say that the caliber of research, attention to detail, and analytical rigor demonstrated by your team rivals that of seasoned professional intelligence analysts.
8 years of discovery, an award-winning podcast, stories about the class written all over the world, and now a book. But above all the attention, all the excitement, focus, laser focus on what matters.
But through all evidence and investigations, one thing stood out the most: the victims and families that were left behind. Many of these cases have gone cold for years, leaving families without answers or closure. As we studied these cases, we realized the pain is still very real for the families who continue to wait for answers and justice.
The story isn't over because the class is never over. Next year, new kids, new investigations, new breakthroughs. I'm Dennis Ferrier, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.